able to actually penetrate to steal some points or even anything else. But yeah, we're coming for the second game right here. We're going for the ban and peak pace. And now, with the Nolan that is being banned along with Angela, they are playing around from the draft from Smart Omega towards RQ.
Okay, and banning off the Nolan, the Matilda, and also the Angela. So far, it's still a template pick, and it's still a template ban. So they're just switching places of where to go ahead to find a new way to maneuver over those team lineups.
But we know that actually with the Basha along with the Angela pick ban here from the Smart Omega is like preventing the ability from Mika to do what like Smart Omega did previously with the Angela doing the hard guard with the Basha Shield Unity that can roam around and everything. But 1-1 is also being banned here. Joy is also respectfully ignored, but there is a Guinevere that can be a flex pick for Mika. It can be used by Lele, even for Leafy along with Gyogoi. But I do believe it's gonna be Gyogoi's hero.
Okay. So Smart Omega has secured the Novaria, a bit of a map hack for them, I might say. But then again, the Terizla is also secured from Smart Omega. It will be a team fight thing that I might say a good execution for that. But from the side of RQ, Mika is still picking on for the second phase here, finding out which pick that would be good. I can say that maybe going up against the Novaria, you can have like a big AoE too, like the Forsha, it would be nice. But so far, Valentina is actually quite open.
If they want to go for a Valentina, that will be great. But if it's not, they can try to go for a Ruby here. Despite that Ruby is not like a very huge or even popular options inside of the Land of Dawn. But yeah, I think like going for a Cloud with the Cloud and also with the Valentina. Smart Omega, what is gonna be your answer for this? Are you gonna be going for a Brody maybe for this second game? Because I do feel like it's one of the good idea to go against a Cloud. But if it's not, are you gonna be going for a Bruno? A Bruno will be a good one if they want to, but again, with those presents from that Cloud, it's a huge homework. It's a huge homework. It's a hard homework.
A Clint would be a nice pick too, though.
But isn't it risky? We saw it before how it Clean was having quite hard time. If it's a Guinevere along with an RJ to be going against the opponent side, but Franco it is to be picked by the side of Smart Omega. So they have the room. They have the initiator, which is going to be the Terizla along with the Novaria as the vision giver.
Okay, a Franco would be a very nice pick though. How they find a target here, trying to overlook how the map would be. But I'm actually quite puzzled though, for the Franco is just like a one targeted hero, so you really have to use that Iron Hook for a good use, or else that it will be such a shame to close off that. And the next ban is on to the side of Smart Omega, banning out the Edith. So one of the EXP laners, or that you can actually count as a marksman though, in the end game can't really help that much.
Okay, but Eden is the one that is being picked, being banned here from the side of Smart Omega, while Araki Mika, they still need to decide, are they going to be eliminating the marksman or what? Because definitely from Smart Omega, still haven't decided what kind of hero that they would try to pick for this. Araki Mika looking strong with those lineups, but Smart Omega not like lowering their standards. They even have a good options of hero as well, but Bruno directly being banned here to avoid the movement from the side of Smart Omega.
Banning out the Bruno is actually a good thing to do though, from Smart Omega. Closing in maybe the potential jungler can be too, maybe a Baxia or maybe a what would be a good pick?
To be
A
honest,
tanky one though. A tanky jungler would be a nice
a
one.
tanky jungler. But if it's a tanky jungler, the options are very limited here. The options are very limited. But if they want to go for, I'm not really sure. Are they have the Martis on the hand of Mika before? I don't think it is, right? Because I think if they want to go for a Martis, it's gonna be good for the side of Mika. But
Okay.
Martis directly being banned. Okay, never mind. Martis and Fredrin directly being banned here, not allowing them to be used on the land of Dawn. And then Akaides.
But then again, Smart Omega is the one can't use the Akai. Remembering that RQ Mika can't use that anymore because it's a global ban system, guys. Let's not forget that. For Keishi, I think it would be a good thing to pick on maybe a poke type of jungler, because so far from Smart Omega really hasn't revealed that there will be a support hero. That roamer there with the Franco is just purely a tank.
And Akaja here from RQ Mika. Along with the Yuzhong. Okay. So it's gonna be Unipin going for the jungle here. EXP Yuzhong, a roam Kaja, along with the mid lane Valentina and one gold lane Cloud.
Leaving only the jungler out. Hey, Lancelot would be a good pick though. But it could be risky knowing that at any time at all, that Guinevere can just use that spatial migration and just jump out. And, okay, they might need a little bit more time here. Picking up that shadow pick of the Paquito would be a very immense thing to do. That power, that punch, it's just going to be very hurtful.
Okay, well, for the side of Smart Omega, they're having a very quiet, strong lineup here, trying to avoid the messiness of team fight, but they also have the way to picking off the players from the side of team RQ. So I wonder what is it gonna be here from the side of RQ, along with the side of team Smart Omega. What is gonna be the result here for this one? It's gonna be this biggest question.
Number 4, game number 2, RQ Mika versus Smart Omega. Leaving out in the early, it's just purely not that much of an aggressive move, but a bit of an invading move for the Kaja, trying to budge in here, but knowing that Livy is just going to clear out the middle lane. Helping out the Novaria, and also that came into the talent's prediction. Finally, me and Vela G actually is one-hearted, and it's the answer based on the banning phase also and how they will try to play it out. Other than that, so far so good in the early. It is still a lot of farming that they need to do. There's a lot of the jungle rotations that they need to find, and this quicker they get to have the 4th level, the quicker they can go to help roaming around in the middle or even in the top lane, just like this. But so far it's quite suppressed down. Lele is quite aggressive up in the top lane. Bit of an island battle though, but Keishi is ready to support with a bit of a sneaky beaky down there. But on the bottom lane, leaving only Shinoa and Ash together and setting up that place, getting a early good start. So far both of the teams gold didn't really have that much big of a difference, but have to be very, very careful. There hasn't been anybody who secured on the first blood, and also that first objective is just going in. Violet Requiem going into Keishi and finally redeeming a first blood for RQ Mika. That is a good goldly. Turning down one of the retribution powers holding on to Smart Omega is a very good choice where RQ Mika can start onto that turtle. And let's not forget, from the bottom lane, Betis Ray trying to charge in again. Yokoi finally goes on to the bottom lane because helping the Dawn for securing that first turtle, that first objective they got to see. And for Smart Omega, they have to have that rotation jungler very well, even though it's just 500 gold. But that really makes a bit of a difference in the early game. So far in the EXP or even the gold lane, nobody is taken down yet. But then again, a Divine Judgment getting in, but Shinoa is being the one taken down here. One of the marksmen for Smart Omega. A great trade-off for our Mika.
It was a very strong movement coming from side of Kimika. They are just very aggressive with this lineup that they are having. Shinua is the main target right here, but Mireille seeing the position of Gyogoi. Gyogoi will be trying to get back, but not for so long. Amori able to secure the kill, but killing spree for living here. Who is taking Keishi down for the second time right here? A jungler being picked off for 2 times, along with a gold laner that is being picked off. It's very hard for this. It's 3-1 in the first 3 minutes, and the gold lead is 1,000 on the side of Kimika.
Gaining that gold lead for what happened in the last game is actually a great sign for an early good start. But so far, we still have to see how the progress meets up from the early into the mid and from the mid into the late.
Yeah, I mean, like with 3-1 in the first 4 minutes, and all of the movement coming from the Kimika was just like very strong, very solid. Ash was having the one assist that she is expecting right here, while Livy taking 3 kills, all of the kills so far on the hand of Kimika, while Smart Omega still trying so hard to try to find out what they need to do. Remember, if you're talking and dragging the game to the late stage, Ash with the cloud will definitely having the advantage here with all of the blazing duet, with all of the movement right here from their side. But I really want to know, are they going to be sticking to what they get now? And taking over the turtle is a very good objective from the side of Kimika, but in the bottom lane, Mireille will be taken down in the hand of Ash.
Okay, bit of everything. We can start to see a lot of things happening in the bottom lane. And even Smart Omega, not Ayayami, needs to go back for getting more mana.
Yeah, definitely more mana, more things to be done here. But Amore now trying to do something right here, trying to give some damage, because you know, again, this is the map hack, the legal map hack from the Light of Dawn. But Kyogoi on the bottom lane, looking for a position to try to chase down and hunt down somebody from Smart Omega. But now, it's not been done yet for into the one right here. It's 14 seconds for the next purple buff, but for the turtle, it's like 65 seconds.
Okay, finding that neutral objective, waiting for that good moment and a good time. Also, a bit of a conceal going on to the start, but with a Venus Rage that didn't really reach to anybody. Okay, getting out without hard on to the bloody hut, also taking down one of the roamers from our Mika, and just that with a bit of a trade-off.
Yeah, but the Blade of Despair has been done by this Sinoa. You know what? This is pretty scary, to be honest. I mean, like, at first, our Kimika was having quite a huge lead, but now, Smart Omega, they are supposed not letting Sinoa getting the kills here. But again, Ash is still free. Ash is still free, so I think it's very okay. But it all depends on how is the setup gonna be. The initiator from the Smart Omega needs to be watched out, especially from Mireille that can do the Iron Hoop and the Bloody Hut.
Okay, the accuracy though that we are going to see, and we are need to see that also with the turtle is just going to start in. Lele has also emerged onto the bottom lane, trying to switch up a bit and giving a bit of a spice there for the bottom. Also, with the Astral Eco opening up, only revealing Yokoi's position. And a great way to do so. Mika needs to have a bit of a sun here, but okay, Iron Hook didn't really get anybody onto that first. But then again, a conceal going to up with the Violent Requiem, going in again with the baddest rage, but Sally didn't really get anybody with the Iron Hook and the Bloody Hunt, and also that Black Dragon form going on to the backline again. A mega kill, leaving on to Murray and Keishi taken down, leaving only 2 people to defend for Smart Omega.
And I think they will try to go for this one. They definitely want to go for the objective here, taking down the turrets in the mid lane and able to secure it really well. This is the second turret and they are not stopping that. They also want to get over the purple buff now on the side of the map, but Amore still trying to put some damage towards Arakimika.
Finding a good way, then again, still playing it slow. But we've never seen that much of a trade-off though. And so far, 1 or 2 scenes that they can pick up one. But for me, it's just purely overkill. 4 people is there. 1 just been taken down. It's just fully on committed to that 1 person.
Yeah. Committed into 1 person or 1 thing, but the penalty zone going in here from not Ayanami, trying to get for something, but Astar coming from Amore. Being avoided, but not Ayanami. Not gonna be surviving for so long. It's gonna be picked off, but on the other hand of the map, on the other side, we are seeing that actually Beatrix able to secure a turret in the top lane, and now Keishi will be trying to go for the mid lane.
Okay, trying to find a good way with the item build right here. Even that Thunderbelt and the Molten Essence from the Guinevere has been popped in as well. And even the Cloud gets 2 core items going on to 3, but the Iron Hook and a bit of a suppress there. Even so, that Menace Rage didn't really get Violet Requiem, taking down Murray, and even a penalty zone up onto that. A full all-out skill just for 1 player to go.
Oh my god. You know what? I just realized that actually the Sinila's damage is not really coming to the side of Tan. Like Tan, I think like having a really good defense mechanism to go against this
one of the players there.
Yeah,
also.
I mean like the defense, it's just like preventing them to have the physical defense right there. But Ash already finishing up the golden stuff right here, ready for the Lord to be played by the Astral, giving them information. Oh, the knock up coming from the Lord, and they're jumping in. Not Inami going with really good penalty zone, but on the other side, we're seeing that Ash able to secure 1 point kill. But that Keishi being taken down on the master kill, and the Lord that is going for Mika. It's just something.
And after all of that war, securing that objective for our Mika, they are trying to get a big of a leap here. But let's not forget, Smart Omega still holds on to the most turrets in this game taken on, even though it's just a 1 difference that it would be a problem, because pushing in wouldn't be big of a job to do so.
Well, the Lord will be marching from the mid lane here, going to the side of Smart Omega. The lead is 4,000 gold on Mika's hand, and Ash actually looking good so far with the Cloud 304 with the damage that is very neat to the side of Smart Omega, penetrating one to another. They're going to be focusing to get over the objective here. Gyogoi will be looking where's the position of the opponent, using their Ring of Order and looking for really good punishment towards Smart Omega. But just so far, they're just like protecting Ash and giving, and if they can, they will try to fan it to Livy or even for Ash.
Okay, trying to get in against Smart Omega, didn't really get the chance to build up to that turret. They didn't even really got to save it. And even from Mika is just trying to work things way out, pushing in, putting on more pressure onto the side of Smart Omega like they did in the first game for them. The Astral Eco already revealing 4 of the positions there, but then again, one of the turrets isn't going to be saved.
Yeah, it's not going to be safe. And Ash finishing the Wind of Nature, just like precaution over the thing that they can try to have right here. It's 11 to the 3 and it's already 11 minutes going for the 12 minutes. Hinoa, Hunter Strike is there. They will try to put something to try and get more damage for Smart Omega. But the thing is, again, not Ayanami really needs to be the one who opened a really good setup. Lele was being picked up, but not penalty zone!
Oh, getting in again with the Blazing Duet onto the back line with the Winter getting in the way also. But Ton is being the one taken down here with Amori bursting down again with Yokoi still being able to survive without the sniper.
Oh.
Both snipers didn't really get the chance to take down that Kaja. And this is the moment that they are trying to wait again with increasing that momentum onto the side, pressuring RQ Mika like they did for Smart Omega. Even though putting into like 3 turrets and finally can defend them for the inner part.
It's not looking good actually for Araki Mika. At first, they were like having a really good moment right there. But with that penalty zone being opened up, and despite the Blazing Duet able to give the damage towards team Smart Omega, but it's not for so long. Like the penetration coming from Smart Omega is just huge. And it makes Araki Mika able to be stopped. And now, it's the moment of lore. Who will be taking this lot? Because this is very important lot, to be honest. Because no matter who got it, will get a lot of things. Oh,
okay,
the
a bit
airborne!
of an airborne getting into the Black Dragon form and also the penalty zone with Violent Requiem getting in also with that Blazing Duet, taking it down, getting the double kill. All the frontliners and also the junglers has been taken down, but RQ Mika has successfully taken the Lord just for them.
It was a nice secure here from Araki Mika. They are able to secure over the Lord, despite that a lot of things and a lot of movement coming from Smart Omega and securing Keishi along with Not Ayanami. I was mentioning this before because if Not Ayanami having a really good setup with the penalty zone, it might be hard for Araki Mika to follow it up. Just like what happened previously when they are getting caught in the middle of the penalty zone. It was a big beat to Araki Mika. But right now, for the high ground chances, are they going to be able to at least clear 2 base turrets from the side of Smart Omega?
Okay, Astral Recall already getting in with the Astral Eco trying to find out again with a bit of a burst of Nibiru's passion. Didn't really get to for that. They had to forfeit that Lord and need to go back for purely reassurance.
Yeah. And now, for the Beatrix, I think like the Beatrix having a very good item already. Doing the Malefic Roar, Blades of Despair along with the Hunter Strike. I think like it's decent item, decent movement, but oh, the airborne happens again. Not Ayanami is the main target and she will be down. But that is not enough. Another shutdown happened towards us. And it's a big drain right here because Yokoi is also down. But Lele is going to be the next problem here for the Araki Mika.
Okay, take it down. Even after the double kill, Mori still needs to find more of that kill. Still be able to bursting the Beret, still fighting on to more people. Astral Eagle slowing down 2 people, opening up the match again. We are going to find that, but there is no Iron Hook or even the Bloody Hunt to overcommit that whole thing.
They are chasing them down, despite that it's still 60 seconds into the next Lord. But it's still though, I mean like it's 15 minutes and the punishment over the kill is just plenty now. Look at that one. Actually, after a very good setup happens for Smart Omega, it was at first coming from the Araki Mika, but the revenge back from Smart Omega is giving them chances to try to catch back with all of the differences. I think like Smart Omega is like, really want to try to beat Araki, but Araki was actually having a really good lineup. It's just depends who is opening up the war, who have the better setup. It's only matter of that. And this is the third Lord. Remember, the third Lord in 16 minutes, whoever got picked off, whoever got this one, it will be having a bigger chances to win. Especially if it's going for Araki Mika's side. If Araki Mika getting the Lord, it's definitely going directly to the base. And maybe Araki Mika will be trying to get it and contest it at this point.
Okay, they started onto the Teresa, poking it down all again. With the immortality has been going on again. Not Ayami being in the front line, taking all the damage, but the Blazing Duet has been the one taking it down all, leaving out Keishi needs to move back with the essence, taking down Keishi with another immortality and a double kill onto the side of RRQ Mika, leaving only 2 people need to defense that, even though both have that much immense power, but both also have squishy HPs.
Yeah, you know what? This is like keep coming back. Araki Mika was having the lead and then Smart Omega trying to get it back. But right now, with this Lord, the chances for Araki Mika to win this one is higher because back again, just like what I've mentioned before, with no base turrets coming from Smart Omega on the mid lane along with the top lane, it's easier for Araki Mika to control back all of the waves, put in 3 minion waves and try to clean up the thing. It just need a proper pick off towards the not Ayanami along with Keishi because that's what happened most of the times. Look at that one. 6 on Keishi, 7 on not Ayanami. But whenever they are the one who have a good setup, it's a different story for Smart Omega.
Okay, the item build so far, all of the heroes are actually full in on the build, and we both can see. I really hope that you guys can see on the camera right now, though. Even though you are going to see in the game what Velajave right now is just dancing in for joy because the Lord is just going to march in for the middle lane. A bit of a conceal, opening up again with the Divine Judgment, suppressing one of the players here with the penalty zone up onto 4 people, but then again, taking it down for 1 by 1, both for Ton and also not Anyayami. But then again, Lele is just too powerful with the Blazing Sword coming up in the black. And again, a mega kill, taking it down, but even gets the chance for Smart Omega to turn back a equal 1-on-1 point.
Finally, the first game on Unipin Lady City Southeast Asia Championship 2023. You know why? You know why I was like laughing so hard? So whoever this is I don't know. Yeah, to be honest, for this one, I feel like Ash is having tons of spaces, like using that cloud to just joining the war with using the BMI and also like giving tons of and dealing tons of damage using the blazing duet, giving a lot of surprises towards Smart Omega. It's the one that makes our Kimika leading in the first place. But again, as an initiator coming from Smart Omega's side, not Ayanami, along with Keishi, struggle so hard facing CC and damage from our Kimika, especially when they are being separated from the rest of the team of Smart Omega. They still can give the damage, but not for so long. I mean, like, they are not as tanky as we thought it will be because they were picked off most of the times. Look at that one. Not Ayanami, if I'm not mistaken, was ending the game with 8 or 7 at that. Well, for Casey is only like about the same amount. But this one is actually a very perfect setup for Smart Omega. With one penalty zone that is contained by 3 members of Arakimika and the damage from Amore, it's been followed up by the rest of the player. Ash was joining the war a little bit late. That's why Smart Omega able to turn back the table on their favor. But I think like that kind of condition not always in the favor of Smart Omega. Arakimika coming back again with choosing not Ayanami along with Keishi as their main target.
And also finding a great moment how Smart Omega and Yumika is just doing that much of a tactical move. One is going to win here, one is going to win there, trying to rock both worlds and even the waves of rocking back and forth of which momentum is going to be that one. Both of the teams are finally showing that okay, they are strong, they're able to take this back, and fully on their potential. Unlocking it would be a very good problem, and leaving the next game would be a very big question mark. Will it be RQ Mika or even Smart Omega? And leaving it because it is a best of 3 series, of course, so one of them would have to be the winner.
Definitely. And you know what, with the last lore, it was a sure moment for Araki Mika to clean the game, and they are able to go for it, aiming over the base without any hesitation. The nothings that they take care aside of that one. So this is the match MVP for this game, RQRs, with 10, 1, and 6, where for KP it's 80% and GB at 852, with the Demon Hunter Sword, Immortality, Cursed Side, Golden Sock, Wind of Nature, along with the Malefic Roar. So they know what they want, they are aiming for the penetration, and they got it really well for this.
And for the scoreboard, it's actually 20-11, leading to our Mika, with one of the MVPs already been said before from Fella J. And leaving the next one is for Livy and also Gyogoi, how they try to manipulate the waves of the motions on what happened during the war, bursting it down, picking up the great team fights, and picking off one of the players that really well from Gyogo.